Hare Krishna, all the devotees. Very good morning to all of you. My obeisances to all the devotees and Dandavat Pranam to all of you.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam. Dandavat Pranam. I welcome you all and invite you to the early morning short Bhagavatam class from Radha Govinda Temple, Kulai, Bengaluru. And indeed, I invite for and on behalf of His Grace Namanishta Das Prabhuji. Let us begin with the prayers. I would request all of you to also pray, keeping the mute button on. These prayers are very important, and only this can take us to understand the message of the Lord, which we must understand after hearing it. And unless we understand it, we can't put it into practice. Om Agnan Timirandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swami Nidhi Namine Namo Acharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Padayine Gaura Prathada Amadaya Nagar Gramatarine Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nidhi Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvish Guru Vaishnava Sri Rupa Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Deva Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalitam Shri Vishakhan Vitasha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानु सुते देवी प्रणमामि हरि प्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. May I request you to now follow me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo
Bhagavate
Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo
Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Yam pravajantamanupetamapetakruthyam dvaipayano virahakatar ajuhava.
Yam
Vajantamanu
prajantamanupetakruthyam
Petapetakruthyam
Dvaipayano
Dvaipayano Viharkatarajuvava.
Utraiti tanmayataya tarvo binedu stam sarvabhutam hradayam nimanatosmi.
Putreti
Tveti
tanmayataya
tanmayataya
sarvopinetu
sarvobhutam vinetu tam
Samsarvabhutam
sarvabhuta hridaya
Manatosmi.
Yah svanubhavam akila shruti saramekam Adhyatma Deepamati Tirshatam Namo Tamondam.
Yam svanubhavam
Kilashrekam
Adhyatmadipam
Tamandam.
संसारियां करुणायाः पुराणगुह्यम् तं व्यासमुनिपुतियामि गुरुमुनीनाम्
संसारिणां करुणायां पुराणगुह्यं व्याससूनुमुनीनां गुरुमुनीनाम्
नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमम्
नारायणं
नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमम्
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये
देवीं
देवीं
सरस्वतीं
सरस्वतीं व्यासं जयमुदीरये
पूर्णतां स्वकथा कृष्णः पुण्यश्रवण कीर्तन
शृण्वतां
शृण्वतां
हृदयन्तस्तो यभद्राणि विदुनोति सुरेस्थिताम्
हृदयन्तस्तुत्राणि विदुनोति सुरेषाम्
नश्च प्रायेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया
भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसेवया
भवति उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी
भगवते
भवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिके
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, early in the morning, reading Sri Bhagavatam certainly takes away all inauspicious things from life and leads us to a nice, sticky, ahaitukic devotional service. And that is the goal of our life. Right. So today is Canto 5th, Chapter 1st, verse number 16. Madhumai Mataji, go ahead, please.
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय मुक्तोऽपि तावत् बिभ्रूयात् स्वदेहम् आरब्धम् अश्नन् अभिमानशून्यः यथानुभूतं प्रतियात निद्रः किं तु अन्यदेहाय गुणान् न वृङ्क्ते। थैंक यू प्रभुजी।
Thank you, Mataji. Anjali Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Muktopi tavat bibruyat swadeham arambham ashnanya abhimana shunya yathanubhutam pratiyata nidra kim tva anya dehaya gunana navrutte. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Chitra Mohini Devi Dasi ji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय मुक्तोऽपि तावद् बिभ्रूयात् स्वदेहम् आराब्ध अशन्न अभिमान शून्यः यथानुभूतं प्रतियात निध्यम् किं त्वा अन्य देहाय गुणान् वृङ्क्ते। हरे कृष्ण।
Thank you, Mataji. Ayushi Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी माता जी प्रणाम। मुक्तोऽपि तावत् बिभ्रूयात् स्वदेहम् आरब्धम् अस्नान् अभिमानशून्य यथानुभूतं प्रतियात निद्रा किं तौ अन्य देहाय गुणान् वृङ्क्ते। थैंक यू वेरी मच प्रभु जी माता जी। हरे कृष्ण।
Thank you, Mataji. Surekha Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु दंडवत प्रणाम। मुक्तोऽपि तावद् बिभ्रूयात् स्वदेह आरब्धम् अभिमानशून्यं यथानुभूतं प्रतियात निद्रः किं त्वम् अन्यदेहाय गुणान् वृङ्क्ते. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु, दंडवत प्रणाम.
Thank you, Mataji. Lakshmi Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। मुक्तोऽपि तावद्धि बृहत् देहाम् आराब्धम् मानशून्यः यथानुभूतं प्रतियात निद्रः किं त्वन्यदेहाय गुणान् वृङ्क्ते। धन्यवाद प्रभु जी। हरे कृष्ण।
Thank you, Mataji. Prafula Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। मुक्तोऽपि तावत् बिभ्रूय स्वदेहम् आरब्धमस्नन् अभिमानशून्यं यथानुभूतं प्रतियात निद्रः किं तन्यदेहाय गुणान् भुङ्क्ते। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।
Thank you, Mataji. Surya Prakash Rao Prabhuji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। प्रणाम। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। मुक्तोऽपि तावत् बिभ्रत्यात् स्वदेहम् आरब्धम् अस्मन्नम् अभिमान्यशून्यः यदानुभूतं प्रतियात निद्रः किं त्वन्नदेहाय गुणान् वृङ्क्ते। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
Thank you. Pushpam Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। मुक्तो विदावत् विप्रुयात् स्वदेहम् आरब्धमस्नन् अभिमानशून्यः यथानुभूतं प्रतियात निद्रः किं त्वन्यदेहाय गुणान् वृङ्क्ते। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
Thank you. Subbarao Prabhuji.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम।
Dhanwad Pranam Prabhuji.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। मुक्तोऽपि तावत् बिभ्रूयात् स्वदेहाम् आरब्धमस्नन् अभिमानशून्यः यदानुभूतं प्रतियात निद्रः किं त्वन्यदेहाय गुणान् वृङ्क्ते। हरे कृष्ण।
Thank you, Prabhuji. Vijaya Kumari Mataji.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी। मुक्त
Hare Krishna.
अभिधावत् विप्रिय स्वदेहम् आराब्धम् अश्नन् अभिमान शून्यः यदानुभूतं प्रतियात निद्रः किं द अन्यदेह गुणान् न वृङ्क्ते। हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी। थैंक
Thank you. Madhusoni Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। मुक्तो अपि तावद् बिभ्रियात् स्वदेहम् आरब्धम् अश्न अभिमान शून्यः यथानुभूतं प्रतियात निद्रः किं त्वन्यदेहाय गुणान् वृङ्क्ते। थैंक यू प्रभु जी। हरे कृष्ण।
Thank you, Mataji. Srinivas Rao Prabhuji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। दंडवत प्रणाम। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। मुक्तोऽपि तावत् बिभ्रया स्वदेहम् आरब्धम् अस्नान् अभिमानशून्यः यथानुभूतं प्रतियात निद्रः किं त्वन्यदेहाय गुणान् न वृङ्क्ते। हरे कृष्ण।
Thank you, Prabhuji. Uma Kulkarni Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। मुक्तोऽपि तावद् विप्रयात् स्वदेहम् आराध्वम् आस्नान् अभिमानशून्यं भूतं प्रतियता निद्रः किं त्वान्यदेहाय गुणान् वृङ्क्ते। हरे कृष्ण।
Thank you, Mataji. Anyone left out? Revati Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। मुक्तो
Hare Krishna.
अभिदवात्य प्रियान स्वेदः बारब्ध शून्य दिमान शून्यः यतु न भूतं प्रतियाद निद्रः कि त्वन्य देहाय गुणात्र वृङ्गते। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Thank
हरे
you,
कृष्ण
Mataji.
प्रभु जी।
Go ahead, Mataji.
मुक्तोऽपि तावद् बिभ्र्यात् स्वदेहम् आरब्धमश्नन् अभिमानशून्यः यथानुभूतं प्रतीयात निद्रः किं त्वन्यदेहाय गुणान्न वृङ्क्ते. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Surekha Mataji, would you like to read the synonyms for us?
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Muktaha, a liberated person. Api, even. Tavat, so long. Bibhyat, must maintain. Swadeham, his own body. Arabdham, obtained as a result of past activity. Ashanan, accepting. Abhimana shunyaha, without erroneous conceptions. Yatha, as. Anubhutam, what was perceived. Pratiyat nidra, one who has awakened from sleep. Kimtu, but. Anya dehaya, for another material body. Gunan, the material qualities. Na, never. Vrunte, enjoys. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. What did I do? Can anyone guide me how to go back?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Yeah, back. Prabhuji, that row is there. Arrow is there. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Mataji. Translation. Even if translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Even if one is liberated, he nevertheless accepts the body he has received according to his past karma. Without misconceptions, however, he regards his enjoyment and suffering due to that karma the way an awakened person regards a dream he had while sleeping. He thus remains steadfast and never works to achieve another material body under the influence of the three modes of material nature. Purport. The difference between a liberated and conditioned soul is that the conditioned soul is under the concept of bodily life, whereas a liberated person knows that he is not the body but a spirit different from the body. Priyavrata might have thought that although a conditioned soul is forced to act according to the laws of nature, why should he who who was far advanced in spiritual understanding accept the same kind of bondage and impediments to spiritual advancement? To answer this doubt, Lord Brahma informed him that even those who are liberated do not resent accepting in the present body the result of their past activities. While sleeping, one dreams many unreal things, but when he awakens, he disregards them and makes progress in factual life. Similarly, a liberated person, one who has completely understood that he is not the body but a spirit soul, disregards past activities performed in ignorance and performs his present activities in such a way that they produce no reactions. This is described in Bhagavad Gita 3.9, Yajnartharar Karmano Nyatra Lokayam. Go ahead.
Yajnarthat karmanonyatra loko yam karma bandhana.
Yeah, would you like to complete it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yajnarthat karmanonyatra loko yam karma bandhana. No, I forgot.
No problem. If one performs activities for the satisfaction of the Supreme Personality, the Yagna Purusha, his work does not produce reactions, whereas karmis who act for themselves are bound by the reactions of their work. A liberated person, therefore, does not think about whatever he has ignorantly done in the past. Instead, he acts in such a way that he will not produce another body by, by fruitive activities. As stated, as clearly mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, Sureka Mataji.
मां च यो अभिचारेण भक्तियोगेन सेवते सगुणान् समतीत्येतान् ब्रह्म भूयाय कल्पते. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. One who engages in full devotional service, who does not fall down in any circumstance, at once transcends the modes of material nature and thus comes to the level of Brahman. That's 18.26 Bhagavad Gita. Regardless of what we have done in our past lives, if we engage ourselves in unalloyed devotional service to the Lord in this life, we will always be situated in the Brahma Bhuta or liberated state, free from reactions, and will not be obliged to accept another material body. Tyaktva dehan punar janma naitri naiti mam iti so. That's 4.9. After giving up the body, one who has acted in that way does not accept another material body, but instead goes back to Godhead. After so many long purports and big verses, we have come to a kind of a standard verse and the purport. We learned all about the material body. We learned how the material body is formed, how our wishes and karmic reactions produce material body, and how we are obliged to accept the material body. When we accept the material body, we accept everything else along with it. All the happiness and all the miseries, all the impediments and all the bondages. Now comes a stage where one is in a transition, one who gets himself converted from a conditioned soul to a liberated soul, and then what happens? You all know what is conditioned soul. Conditioned soul is the one who believes the bodily concept. He doesn't believe anything else. He thinks that his body is what he is. And this generates karmic reaction because he does work for body. All the work that is done for his body or for his sense gratification or for his pleasure, they are all known as fruitive activities. And obviously, since he is expecting the fruits and he is enjoying the fruits, he has to take the responsibility for all the enjoyments. And thus, he ends up getting karmic reactions. And these karmic reactions makes him suffer miseries and happiness. And these occurs continually under the influence of the three modes of material nature. This is what we call a conditioned soul or a bondage. And when one starts realizing that the bodily concept is a wrong concept and starts realizing coming out of the ignorance of the bodily concept and comes to a level of knowledge that I am the spirit and I am not the soul, realize that we are spiritual beings who have come here for material experience, they get liberated because they do not then work for something they are not. They understand that they are not body, and so they will not work for the body. And once they stop working for the bodily enjoyments or sense gratification, they are actually working for Krishna. So when you start working for and on pleasure of Krishna only, all the karmic reactions do not remain anymore. So once you start working in a fashion that you are only working for the pleasure of Krishna and you are a soul, automatically all your karmic reactions stops gathering again. And when the reactions do not compile further, they're not going to produce any results. The transition is where you came out of ignorance and now you are with a knowledge. Now you are understanding that the spirit is what I am, as we all at the moment are realizing that it's not the body that I am, it's the spirit that I am. And so you do have all your karmic reactions that you did until you were given this knowledge. So in other words, you still have a backlog of karmic reactions. These reactions suddenly do not disappear. And that's why even if you have a knowledge and even if you are liberated, you still accept a material body as per your karmic reactions, accept the pleasures and the happiness and the miseries, or you call it impediments and the bondage, but think it as a dream. Person, when he is dreaming, he is seeing everything going on, the unreal life, but when he gets awakened, he realizes that those were not the real things. And so, a liberated person with a material body realizes all the things happening to him as if they are not real and they are just part of a dream. This is how you get the out of the bondage and get liberated without material body at the end. So the advice given by Srila Prabhupada to us is that whenever you realize you get awakened and realize that you are a spirit soul, from that time onwards, start working not for yourself, not for your body, but for Lord Krishna, because that is what our constitutional position is. All the yagnas that you do, yagnas are nothing but the activities that you do, are for Krishna, and Yagna Purusha is only Krishna. All the activities that you do are accepted by Krishna, provided you do it for him and his enjoyment. Once you do that, then the new karmic reaction stops, and then whatever material body you have, you finish up your backlog of karmic reactions and consider them as dream all the time and get no further material body. When you do not get a material body, when you don't keep jumping from one body to another body by transmigrations, you are actually liberated. And this liberation takes you back to Godhead. And then Srila Prabhupada suggests that we must do all our activities once we come into Krishna consciousness for Krishna only. Liberated person always thinks about his present and about his future and never thinks about his past. He knows that the past has been an ignorant past and all the activities that he has done is going to and bound to produce results. And so he peacefully enjoys the sufferings as if they are dreams. But he makes sure that now he acts according to his knowledge of being a spirit and works only for Krishna so that he can easily go back to Godhead with the knowledge. This simple and important message is supported by Srila Prabhupada with three slokas from Bhagavad Gita, 3.9, which says that one who works for satisfaction of Krishna, Yagna Purusha, his work doesn't produce any reaction. 14.26 says that one who engages in devotional service and doesn't fall down in any circumstances at once transcends three modes of material nature and comes to a level of Brahman. And last but most important is 4.9. If we understand that we are soul and not body, and we involve in devotional service and do not fall in any circumstance, we achieve a stage known as Brahma Bhuta stage. Brahma Bhuta stage is liberation. It's free from all karmic reactions and is not obliged to accept material body. So Srila Prabhupada and Srimad Bhagavatam is now telling us, it did tell us about the transmigrations, the routine that keeps happening, as many people in this world would like to continue living in the world and they keep jumping from one to another body. There comes a phase when you have an ignorance removed, you have a knowledge, and with that knowledge, you realize that spirit is me, and thus you stop reacting and gathering the reactions. That's where the stage of liberation comes. But before you get liberated, you got to finish your account of a backlog. And this is how the liberated souls complete their backlog of accounts, neutralize everything, and then further, they are not obliged to accept any material body. And this is when they go back to Godhead. According to the piousness and the previous devotional services and the present services, that decides which area of the spiritual sky you stay in. As you know very well, spiritual sky has a long range of residences, and one of them we all look forward to is Vaikuntha, the ultimate, where the Vrindavan exists and where we live in a transcendental loving devotional service with Lord Himself. The verse is quite straightforward, and Prabhupada has explained it so well with support of three slokas from Bhagavad Gita that makes life very simple. The issues that might arise is, who does liberated soul get the body? Yes, soul gets liberated the moment it realizes that it is the spirit. The ignorance goes away, and once ignorance or avidya goes away, automatically everything settles down. One comes to know about the position or present position of a person, that is the soul, realizes the super soul, realizes the relationship between the Lord and the soul, and starts acting accordingly. And as they start acting accordingly, that is when their journey of going back to Godhead starts. This journey, however, is not very simple. It doesn't just transform one from place A to place B or from material world to spiritual world like switch off an electric light. You can't just make it on and off. You got to complete and finish all the reactions that you produced. And that's why Krishna at one stage says that he is neutral. He doesn't favor anyone or he doesn't disrespect anyone more than the other. So whatever we have done, we have produced, we must nullify them. And that's where we get qualified to leave this material world and go to the spiritual world. The carry home message is very clear now that we know after reading so many verses in the Mahabharata, in the Srimad Bhagavatam, learning Gita, taking so many lectures, etc., that we are the soul and we are not the body. We are the part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, and our constitutional position is doing service to the Lord all the time. This automatically puts us on the path of going back to Godhead. But that path is not very simple and straightforward path. You got to finish all your accounts here before you go to that path and go back to Godhead. Any question, any addition, any realization, any revelation in this verse? Please go ahead. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Surya Prakash Rao.
Very nice explained by you. The three slokas are very good, Prabhuji. There is a message for us. What I mean trying to say is this 3.9, you see, that yajnadahat karmano yatra karma lokayam karma bandhanaha tadadham karma kaunteya mukta sangha samacharaha. So whatever the work done as a, you have to that sacrifice for Vishnu, and it is to be performed to his only. Otherwise, you will be bonded by the karmic activities. So so whatever you perform, you prescribe duties of his for his satisfaction also we have to do, and that way always we have to remain free from the bondage, karmic bondage. So that is a very good message. And the context, you see, the Bhoktaram exam, Sarvaloka Maheswaram 5.20, in that he says that I am the Paramabhokta for all exams and all that. He clearly mentions that whatever you do, you have to do it for me only. That is also that 5.20, if I am correct. That is one. So in this another message is there in 4.9, Prabhuji. This also you have explained, of course, that the first line is there, Prabhu.
Janma karma cha me
Janma
divyam.
karma cha divyam kada, Mataji?
Yes. Janma karma cha me divyam. Evam yo vetti tatvatah tyaktva deham punarjanma nityamami.
So, in that also he mentions clearly that Janma karma cha, that suppose
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Well, 4.9 says that if we understand that we are a spirit and not the body, we must involve ourselves in the devotional service and we don't fall down
Yeah.
in any circumstances that leads us to our Brahma stage. And this Brahma stage actually leads us to liberation. Yes, Prabhuji, go
Yes.
ahead. I was just
Yes.
filling up your
Yes,
gap.
sir.
Yeah.
Somebody disturbed me. I have to
Yeah.
answer because it is from High Command. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare
Sir,
Krishna.
Karma Bandha. Yes, sir, you
So,
already told the message. So that is also very important. If you do all the karmic activities to me, and if you remember my karmic activities and me, what I am, then you will be relieved from this material world, and you will come back to my Godhead of Goloka Vrindavan. That is also is very so. Of course, self-explanatory. But all the three slokas which was quoted from the Bhagavad Gita gives a very good message to us. That's what I believe, Prabhuji. इदिगो मांसीय व्यभिचारेण भक्ति योगेन सेवते सगुणान् समसैतान् ब्रह्म भूया कल्पते. He clearly has mentioned one who engages full devotional service and who falls down any circumstance, he will not be this material nature. He will not be, and he will come to, he will know, he will never reach the level of Brahman. Hare
yes,
Krishna
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Thank you very
Thank
much,
you so much.
Prabhuji. So one beautiful thing about Bhagavad Gita is
Ah,
it gives very clear message and there is no ambiguity left anywhere. So that way I love Bhagavad Gita because everything is clearly mentioned, just like the mathematics.
yes,
Sujata
Prabhuji.
Mataji, please go ahead. Hare Krishna Mataji, you are muted.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I liked one sentence here, Prabhuji, what Prabhupada has written. I mean, we have to accept our past because we have done it in ignorance. So we should not worry about that. We should merely accept it. And now we should engage ourselves in devotional service. At least now we should do it, devotional service free from it. So we should just accept instead of trying to think why we got this this karma and all that. Instead of worrying like that or lamenting on that, at least if we accept it, then we can go forward. So I like that very much, regardless of what we have done. Because we have done it in ignorance, we didn't know. But we have got it, so let us move forward. I think I like that attitude. Looks very nice.
Yes.
I mean,
That's a very good revelation, Mataji. That's wonderful that whatever you have done during your avidya or ignorance has to come back. Let it come back, let it finish, take it as a dream, and you go forward.
Yes.
Similarly, I like one more thing about Prabhupada's explanation. When you are doing your devotional services like sadhana, bhakti, etc., and suppose something goes wrong somewhere, and you might have a gap or some issues for a day or 2 or 10 days. Don't worry about anything else. Don't go for any atonement. Just start doing it again and keep doing. So that's one way of accepting very logically that whenever there is some disturbance or some fall or some thing that comes up in life, forget it. As soon as it is over, start doing the same thing that you were doing before. And that's going to certainly take you much faster and progress faster in the spiritual life. Thank you, Mataji. That's a
we will
wonderful
slip
revelation.
sometime. We are prone to slip down. Doesn't matter. Just move forward. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's nice. Yes.
Yeah.
Something is
Thank
very
you,
nice.
Mataji. Yes, Mataji. Yes, very good. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Madhumai.
Hare Krishna.
Madhumai Mataji. Hare Krishna. Madhumai Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. The same thing is told in the Brahma's prayers in 10th canto, 14th chapter prayer. तत्तेऽनुकम्पां तु समीक्षमाणो भुञ्जान एवात्मकृतं विपाकम् हृद्वाग्वपुर्भिर्विददन् नमस्ते जीवेतयो मुक्तिपदे सदा यवाक्. In this, Brahma says, the person who understands that his present miseries are due to his past deeds and suffers the distresses accordingly. At the same time, waiting for the mercy of Krishna, and also dedicates his body, mind, and speech in the service of the Supreme Lord, that person is definitely a rightful heir to the kingdom of God. What, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
So this is similar to this, this
Yes.
shloka. So,
Yeah.
like I remembered that, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much for the way, Mataji.
Hare
Any
Krishna
other
Prabhuji.
question?
Hare
Go
Krishna
ahead,
Prabhuji.
Subarao Prabhuji. Go ahead, Subarao
Actually,
Prabhuji.
in Bhakti Rasamrita or Upadeshamrita, it is said there should be Vidya and Avidya both for leading life. That avidya is not to be wanted, vidya is only required. It's not like that. Vidya and avidya both are required to complete the
Why
life.
do you need avidya? Why do you need avidya?
Avidya is also required for leading this life. Like you have to earn your butter to lead the life. You have to do your responsibilities. All this come under avidya only. So how to remember that and clarify here, where avidya is not required, only one should go for vidya. It comes in Upadeshamrita.
Is in Upadeshamritam, if I am correct.
Yeah, I have realized one thing. Yes,
No,
Mataji.
it is in Ishopanishad.
Yeah. What is it?
I
Can
think
you
it is
tell
in
us?
Vidyancha, that is in Ishopanishad, I remember. I
Yes,
think so.
Mataji, it is Ishopanishad.
Yeah, so avidya is basically the things we learn for maintaining our body. So whatever we things in material things we learn, that is called avidya. But it is said that that is also required to a limit. But basically, we should know that it is not that which will take us to the Lord. Vidya is the knowledge of spiritual knowledge, and avidya is material knowledge. But both are required to basically to sustain our body and to develop our spirituality.
Yes, Mataji.
Vidyancha, Vidyancha.
Yes.
In fact, the explanation given is like this, that unless you have a functioning, healthy body, you would not be able to perform devotional service, your sadhana, your bhakti, etc., as much as you can. So it is your primary duty to see that you keep your body fit and good and healthy, so that you can continue doing your service to the Lord. Here the difference is that instead of puffing up your body and making it smart and good, you are just looking at your body functionally to work well till you are doing your devotional service. So that much is the requirement of keeping the body and keeping it healthy so that you can do your devotional service. Thank you very much, Subhanahu Prabhuji. Thank you.
Prabhuji, if I may add,
Yes,
in
please.
Kunti Stuti, in Kunti Stuti, Kunti Mata says that Vipadam bhavatu tam yadvat tat tat Jagat Guru. I am forgetting the name.
Can I say,
He says
Mataji?
that
Vipada Santu.
Apur Vipadam bhavatu ta yadvat tat nahi Shashwat tat tat Jagat Guru.
विपदा संतु तथा शाश्वत तत्र तत्र जगत गुरु भवतो दर्शनम यस्य अपुनर्भव दर्शनम.
Apunarbhava darshanam. Yes.
There you have it. Vipada Santu. Can you see on the screen?
No, we can't see on the screen. We are not able to see on the screen. So any difficulties we face, we should take it in that perspective that I'm the past karmas are being removed.
Yes. Can you see it now? Vipada?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah,
No.
Vipada Santuta Shashwat. tatra tatra
Yeah.
jagadguru bhavato darshanam yasyat apuna bhavadarsanam.
And this is a translation. Would you like to read it, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu. Translation: I wish that all those calamities would happen again and again so that we could see you again and again. For seeing you means that we will no longer see repeated births and deaths. So nice, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you very much. Any other revelation, question, addition? If there are none,
Prabhuji,
I
there is
think
only one request is there, Prabhuji. Like
yes,
we were Hare Krishna Dandavat Pranam. Prabhuji, like we were discussing this particular shloka. Can we have the background also every time? Because whenever we are flashing the background, like here Priyavat Raja or what the discussions are going on. So we feel like we are making a garland. 1, 2, 3. It's only a request, Prabhuji.
Sure, Mataji. We'll try. I am technically far backward, but I'll try and I think we'll succeed. Let's see. We'll just keep that in mind. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for your suggestion. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for all of you for attending the class. All of you have a wonderful day
Hare
ahead.
Krishna.
Have a nice Krishna conscious day. Vacha kalpatarubhasya Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat
Krishna
Pranam.
Prabhuji.
Dhanyavad.
Another wonderful session, Prabhuji.
Wonderful
Pranam. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, everybody.
Thank you all. Hare
Everybody is trying to reveal and reflect, trying to involve and discuss. Everybody is giving some message. Very nice, Prabhuji.
Thank you very much. Hare Krishna to all of you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you.